What is going on, guys? It's William Blandon, nice guy driver. Finally got some good news. I played one of those new Connecticut scratch-off tickets, the ones you get the second chance. It was only a $5 ticket. I actually bought it yesterday. I didn't scratch it off to this morning because I had to get gas. Something told me, because I leave it in the glove box, something told me, let me check this ticket before I go pay for gas. Because I'm ready to start my day and go do some driving this morning, even though it's a rainy day. And I scratch it off real quick, go in there, scan it. $5 ticket now, 50 bucks. It's not a lot of money, but I needed it because the apps are playing games this morning. They're not sending me nothing but garbage as usual. Man, guys, I was so relieved to even get that 50 bucks. Put 10, I don't even have 10 in the gas tank. I just want to top it off. I just like to keep my tank full. Put the 40 in my pocket and I was like, yes, the start of a good day, finally. And that wasn't the only good thing that happened this week. Yesterday, I don't know, the apps are having, particularly the Uber apps, having some problems. But I think this was a case where a lady just put it in wrong. She put it in where her pickup and drop off was the same place. Because I think she wanted to go to a stop. For whatever reason, she put it in wrong. She spoke not even a lick of English. Now, my Spanish is not that good. I don't even know bad words. That don't really help me. But I remembered I got the Gemini app on my phone. So I go, Gemini, translate English to Spanish. And I tell the app, what I'm trying to tell her. She put it in wrong, whatever. Let her listen. And she was like, oh, okay. AI technology. The AI revolution is now able to help you guys, particularly Uber drivers, with the language barrier. You guys have no clue how long I've been dealing with the language barrier. And where I happen to live, there's a lot of Polish. Parts of Connecticut, there's a lot of Jewish. Obviously, Spanish is everywhere. But this could come in handy, because believe it or not, where I'm at, there's some Polish people that speak no English too. So, well, they speak a couple words, but not, fluent. So I was like, yes. And then I'm hearing there's these AI earbuds you can put in now. So if somebody's, say, talking about you in another language, it automatically translate in English. I was like, yeah, finally. I knew this AI stuff would pay off in the real world. I've been using AI for months now. And I know this is geared towards my rideshare channel, but I've been using AI for a while. Some of the titles I don't come up with myself on this channel. If you see a unique thumbnail out of the blue and it's not just my face, I usually use AI to help me out with that idea. Just AI has helped me out a lot. All my shorts, I don't edit. So if you see a short form video of me on any of my channels and it's got the words across the screen, that is AI. I didn't edit that. I literally just took a long form video, put it in Opus Clips, picks out the best titles, and it even picks out the thumbnail that I could change. And it makes it so easy. It'll take one long form video and make like 30 short form videos with titles already. You Uber and Lyft drivers, this is part of your plan B. Start using AI. I've been talking about this for, I want to say, at least 2 years now. Particularly for Uber and Lyft drivers, this is your plan B. This AI stuff is not just going to help you in the real world, but it could possibly help you land a job in the future if it's an emergency. One of my roommates, he's a little older than me, so it's early 60s, and he's on unemployment, so he's been paying his rent. But when you're older, I don't think he understands this yet. It's probably the first time he's ran into this problem because he happens to have a degree. Even with a degree, being aged out of certain jobs is a real thing. It's a real thing. They won't blatantly discriminate because they can't. But trust me, when they see that you're a certain age and they're looking for younger generation, probably the oldest they want is 40s, because they want people to start management young in their 20s so they can manipulate their pay. Because older people complain. They usually want to get paid better. So you gotta think about that stuff. You gotta start thinking about plan Bs that are kind of recession proof. Somebody's got one of these loud ass alarms that talks. So if you hear in the background, that's what that is. You gotta start thinking about this stuff because we're gonna lose a lot of jobs. I feel it coming. I don't know if you heard, but I think UPS already laid off 20,000. It's a lot more people are gonna get laid off, and where are they coming? The gig economy. It's not because they want to. They have no choice. And Uber and Lyft is excited. They're like, yeah, we got some more people we can manipulate, because only the older drivers complain about driver pay. The newbies don't know that the pay used to be good. DoorDash loves new drivers. They absolutely love new drivers because they could pay them like shit. I hate to swear, but they could pay them like, really bad. And they don't remember what the pay used to be like. They don't remember that these companies used to steal tips. So they're excited that these people are going to get laid off, because it sends an influx of more drivers, and they can keep driver pay down, because these new drivers are accepting poor offers because they think that's all that's out there. They don't know that sometimes the algorithm, that if you don't accept trash, eventually that ride's going to come back around. They're going to have to add something to it. They don't know that. New drivers just don't know this stuff. And I think Uber's particularly getting fed up with new drivers cherry picking. I really do. I just got a feeling like the way the app's working lately, I feel like you're just trying to find a way to. They don't want to deactivate them because they're still adding to the pool of drivers, but they're kind of hoping they fall off. They're kind of hoping for every one new driver, old driver that falls off, they could get 5 new ones, which is probably how it's going. But I'm hearing a lot of people in the news lately saying that rideshare has gone down for not only passengers, but drivers as well. Like, they're just using it less. Why is that? They're raising the prices for passengers and lowering driver pay. Not just year after year, but lately it's going down more since they introduced this standard mode. I think driver pay is going down more, in my opinion. Yeah, I would say Lyft pays me slightly better. And a lot of people were saying that's because Lyft was charging more. But now, recently I saw in the news where they were saying Lyft has gone down for passengers. And now they're starting to take some of that market share away from Uber. Uber don't want to pay nothing nothing if they could get away with it. If Uber could, they would literally pay drivers 5 cents a mile if they can get away with it. Uber wants to pay real human drivers pretty much how much it takes to operate automation. Which I'm starting to realize now that the automation is not going to be cheap as they think. Because you got to remember, what do? We repair our own cars. We clean our own cars. We do everything for our own cars. Once Waymos and Teslas and whatever automation comes out, they got to clean those things. They got to pull them off the assembly line and fix them. So it's not going to be as much profit as they would like. People are going to leave trash in these things. People are going to have sex in these things. And again, the company's got to clean them. So that 5-year prediction I was saying might move to 10. You know, just based on that, because it's the Waymos are out. They're everywhere. I get that, but they're making mistakes. It's costly to fix them, clean them, repair them. So yeah, we're gonna get replaced, but I think if you use an AI instead of running away from the AI, you'll be in a better position. Because AI is here. It is going to take jobs. We know this. But you got to use it to help build your future. I am not afraid of automation. And my next birthday, I'll be 55 years old. I'm not afraid. Now, I'm one of the few people at my age that I think is using it. I don't think everybody my age is using AI the way as much as I use it. But they better start. The layoffs are coming. Trust me. That was my time. I just want to share my good news. A part of me wants to go take that $40 I got left and play again, but I was like, every time I do that, I always lose. Every time I get a big win and I spend it to try to get another big win the same day, I lose. So I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna add that 40 to whatever I make today. I'm gonna chill because I already know it's gonna be a slow day. I'm gonna chill out. My gas tank's full. I'm sitting here chilling doing a video. I'm itching to do another ticket. And that was only a $5 one, so I didn't spend a lot of money. I will spend usually 20. I will spend about $80 to $100 a month on gambling, which honestly is lower than most people I know. That's a month. That's not a week. I'll spend anywhere from $5 to $20 a week. So that's pretty good. So at the end of the month, I'm usually 80 to 100 that I spent total. And out of that, I usually recoup not always half. I would say that sometimes if I spend $100, I'll make $40 to $60 back in that month. And of course, when you get a big win, you're up, you know, but I haven't got the big win yet. But not bad. I can afford it. Don't spend the money if you can't afford to lose it. I've learned that lesson. Now I have friends and old family members that have spent thousands. My grandmother used to spend probably 5 grand in any given year, and then she'll win 3 to 5 grand that same year, and she'll feel like she's up. And I'll be like, no, you just won your money back. This is why gambling is a problem, because sometimes if you just save the money, you actually would be better off. Like, she'll spend 5 grand in that year, and then she'll win big maybe once or twice for like 3 grand. I'm like, you spent more than that. But she used to be like, her and my aunt used to be like $30 a day. A day. $30 to $50 a day. You know. But my grandmother was on Social Security. My aunt had a good job. They had money to burn. I don't have money to burn like that. I'm using the money that I used to spend on smoking weed. I used to buy quite a bit of weed, so I just take that weed money, put it in occasional scratch-off tickets. I'm not an everyday person. Like I said, I'm like a once-a-week person. And if I win big, I'm up. Where some people I know, they'll win big, but they spent that more than that in that given year. So, if that makes sense. I know I'm off subject, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. I feel like even though it's a rainy day and the apps are playing games, you gotta stay positive, you know. And it's good to stay positive. Honestly, just because you don't want your passengers to see you in a bad mood. It's not fair to them that your driver pay sucks and they're getting overcharged. It's not their fault. And honestly, yesterday, before I go, even though the pay was horrible yesterday, I got a lot of tips. You know why? Being positive. Just having good conversations with people. You know, that's all you can do while you're out here. For every terrible ride, I don't even go after tips. It's like I used to like really focus on getting a tip, but now with this economy, I don't think a lot of people can afford it. But a lot of times I just focus on a good conversation and I get a tip. You know, I got like 3 decent tips yesterday. $5 to $10 tips. So that made up for all the other people that didn't pay a tip at all. If everybody just paid $1, if every passenger that sees this video, and I know all of you can afford this, if everybody just gave the driver $1 for a tip, if he just got you there, point A to point B, he wasn't spectacular, but he got you there, he didn't aggravate you, $1. At the end of the day, that could be $30, $40, $50 extra for the driver. You know, I myself, even though I'm part-time, I may do at least $20. I may do at least 20 rides. You know, 20 to 25 rides in any given day as a part-timer. If I just got $1 from everybody, that's additional 20, 25 bucks at the end of my day. Makes a difference. But to make up for that, you'll get one person gives you 5. You know, the next 10 trips, nothing. So it's still, you got to be positive and try to share some good, good talks with the few people that want to talk. You got to feel them out. Not everybody wants to talk either. And I'm an introvert, so it's not like I'm this overly outgoing, friendly person. I'm not. I'm really not. If you ever met me in real life, this is all because I'm behind the camera. I'm not facing a real person. I'm really shy. I'm an introvert, but I feel comfortable with the camera. you know, and I feel comfortable talking to passengers when they're behind me, you know. And I've had some really good conversations lately about AI. And I really think AI, if you use it right, it's going to help your plan B to get out of this rat race. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for listening. If you listen to the end, I appreciate all support you could give me. And it starts with just a free like, subscribe, comment, click that bell icon, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Thank you.